guys, how you doing today? Today we're going to do something new for us. We're going to kind of go back to rendered or produced videos once in a bit. This is our first one, so bear with us. Diane's going to take care of it, and she does a wonderful job. She's brilliant, so just don't even worry about it.
We'll see.
She's not, no, she's, well, I'll tell you what, I'm not stupid, but she's a lot smarter than me. So we'll just put it that way. And Lauren's over there watching. So Diane and Lauren are now, it's the Diane and Lauren show. But anyways.
I don't know what happened that I became the trainer.
Well, because you were the one that knew, but you probably won't be for long because your mom's just going to take over. You know that. Anyway, no, we're glad for your help, Lauren. Anyway, so when I did the boho tassel video, I guess it's 4 or 5 months ago, where we had, we made all these little cute, beads out of lace, which all it is. And I was going to kind of repeat it today, but I'm not going to be able to. So I will put a link to that video under this in the comments. So I will put that there and you'll be able to find it. Well, we made these little rolled up Irish crochet lace beads. And all it is the crochet trim and a big bunch of Mod Podge. And you'll see how we do it in that video. Before I launch into this, though, straight away, let me just tell you a little something. As before, I need you to comment under the video. That'll be easier this time because you'll be able to do it as we go along. You don't have to wait till we finish and come back, because with live videos, we have to let that process first and then you come back. So you could just go right in there, leave me a kind comment, and give me a like if you would. If you're not subscribed yet, we'd appreciate that too. It helps our ranking in YouTube, and it's not something we can do. Only viewers can do this. So if you like what you're seeing here, and you like me, then it would be great if you would do that. And I respond to every last comment. Every last one. So you will not be ignored. How about that? Ooh. All right, so let's get back to the tassels thing. So everybody wanted to know, all right, so how do you get it from these things here? Because I showed how to make the beads, right? And I showed how to make the little cylindrical paper beads too, which are so cute. And once again, all that is paper and Mod Podge, so it's like the same thing, only paper. So I put it all together, and I can't remember, I should have reviewed the video, but I can't remember if I put this together on film or if I just concentrated, or on video, or if I just concentrated on making the beads and just showed you how to make the beads. I think I just showed you how to make the beads because a few people have written to me and said, hey, Brenda, I want to know how to make that whole thing you did put together, in the video. I'm like, whoops. So anyway, I'm going to do that today. So this is the one that is in the thumbnail for that video, the picture that shows on YouTube. This is the one, goes like this. Okay, now let me tell you about this a little bit. This one has, of course, one of the handmade beads. These are Swarovski crystal rondelles that are hard to find. They're shrag style, which means they have the cupped out middle. I have some other little blingy things that we carry at Bisou Boutiques. I love looking for little blingy things to add to the mix. So if you look in the rhinestone finding section at BisouBoutiques.com, you will find them there. And you will be able to pick them up for yourself. And it's good to have a little stash of them. I really don't have as many as I used to because I've either used them or given them to people or whatever. But anyway, you got to have them. It's just, you got to have them.
I'm going to pick this up for a quick second and just bring that up a little closer to the camera so they can see where those are. There's one right there and then one underneath that bead.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Diane. That's excellent. All right, so now everything on here I made. We had this chain on the website. I think we have a smidge left, but this stuff, when I get it in, it usually goes like right away. Even though it's not an expensive chain, it's not horribly expensive. But then I went back to order some more here last week, and it's out of stock, so I gotta wait for a while. So whatever's there, if you find it, buy it. It's in the chain section. But I think it's the second page or so. So it's easy to find. Just go to BisouBoutiques.com and do the drop-down box on basic findings, and it's in chain. Just click on that, and you're going to see all kinds of amazing chain, because I have a lot of amazing chain. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I had that. I had some Japanese pearls that are on head pins. And let me just show you real quick. Listen, you just go to the pearls section to find them. They're easy. They come like this. All these on one strand. These are vintage. 50s, 60s. They're Japanese MOD Cultura, which means they are made the same way as they were made, like as if they were glass, only they're plastic base. Japanese pearls are the best pearls you can buy. It doesn't matter if they're acrylic based or if they're glass based, they're the best except for the real thing. And I think Japanese real thing pearls are also like Mikimoto pearls, some of the best you can buy too. So they're the pearl people. So I happened upon a little stash of these, and so we still have some at the side, I'm pretty sure. If not, please let me know, okay? Because I believe I can get more. So we use some of these, and everybody wanted to know, Brenda, how'd you get it to do this? And in the middle, this is what they want to know. How did you get them to stack a layer like that? Well, it's so simple. Once I show you, you're not going to believe it. I mean, seriously, you're not going to believe it. So we'll concentrate on doing that. This tassel was one that I bought pre-made, and every time we get them, they're like gone now.
I love those.
They are wonderful. So I have a couple more styles on order right now, but everything's slow right now. It's the holiday time, but who knows when you'll see this, right? So check the website. Just put tassel in the search box, Tassel. That search box is going to take you anywhere you want to go on our website to find something and fast. And I'll show you everything related to it too. So it's a good place to go because, like, say I ran out of it, you might find something else that'll work for you, right? Yeah, okay. So that's what was on this one. And I'm happy to report that I sold this the other day too, so that's kind of cool.
Excellent.
So here's what I made today when I was practicing up and getting myself back in shape to show you how this goes. And you can see it's really long. In fact, I'm going to measure it and tell you how long this thing is. This whole big long tassel is about a foot long. That's kind of long. But what I do when I have a long one like this is I just make the chain shorter so that it's not hanging in my lap when I put it on. You would not want to put something like this on a 30-inch chain, okay? I mean, well, maybe you do, but it's really kind of clumsy. So I usually put it on a chain that's about 18, maybe. And that usually takes care of it, and it looks great. Okay, so anyway, this is the one I made today, and you can see this one's even got a little rose that I just hot glued to it, because on this type of stuff, paper, ribbon, crochet trim, whatever, you can actually hot glue to it, and we have videos on that. Okay, so and then I had a little milliner's rose. I'm not sure how many of these I have left on the site. I do think I have some. I've got to reorder those. We had these for the up-down boho class. So let's get to it. I'm going to show you how I put this together. Because, I showed you how to make the bead itself by rolling the paper. But, there's a little bit of fine-tuning that's required to make this part. Okay? A couple little things I need to tell you. So I'm going to get as far as I can get today with that. So what I have here is I have 4-inch long gold-plated head pins. If you don't have those, or wear out, because normally I try to carry them, but they sell out pretty quick. Sometimes I even have them in my Etsy. But if they're out, all you need really is some 20-gauge gold wire, gold finished wire, which we usually always have at the site because it's a popular size for us. So you can look there under the wire section. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to carefully take that end off and see how gently I did that so it wouldn't fly up in Diane's eyes. I always had to watch out.
Good thing I'm wearing my glasses.
For that. So anywho, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going, oops, now I'm moving my light so now you can't see. It is a gray, ugly Ohio day, let me tell you. So anyways, so I'm just going to turn the ends, go down about that far, which is to give you a precise measurement. About 3/4 is what I thought. 18 millimeter, 3/4 down. Okay, so now I'm just going to wrap that around and around and around. See, just made me a loop. And there's not really enough there to like wrap it. So if you wanted to wrap it, you'd have to go down a little bit further. So what I'm going to do, and this is a simple loop with no wrapping, is I'm just going to go right up in here where that crosses over, clip it, and now I've got a nice simple loop. See? Show you again.
We do have the head pins in stock. The 4-inch ones.
Do we?
Yes,
Okay,
we have gold, we have silver, and we have antique bronze.
Okay, well that says as of today, the end of December. Well, today's December 25th. Okay, so yeah, so I'll just straighten this out so it looks good. So that'll provide me with a bottom for this, and now I can start stringing it up. So the way I did this one, I'm just going to try to just kind of copy that off. Okay, where's my, yeah. I also have these. These are imitation pearls, acrylic, from the website. I think we have a pretty good stock of them. And they're great stopper beads for the end of stuff. I just love them. And they're elegant, too. They look like snail pearls, like check snail pearls, which we have those in glass, too, if that matters to you. And I'm just going to thread one onto the end of it. It's going to stay nice. Now, I need a special rondelle or something to go there. That's a shrag. I don't know how many more if I have that. In fact, that's a double shrag. And just to put a face on that, let's see if I have one here that I can show you. What the hay is a shrag? And then you know, there's none in there. So we're going to keep looking. Oh, I see some right here. These are shrags. These are all Swarovski shrags. I think we still have some. It's like they're vintage too. Do you see how that is like cupped down? And it kind of reminds me of a fancy dog bowl with rhinestones around the edge. You see that?
It's tapered a little bit.
Yeah, it's dipped. Yeah. But what's cool is you can take them and put them on back to back. So let me just show you that. This one is double here, so it's soldered together, and that's how they come. But I don't have any more of them right now. They're out. So, but these, you can see they pretty much make the same deal. Just put one back to back. So I guess maybe I'll do that. And now I need another. I think I used one of my Haskell pearls there, but let's see. I'll use this one because I don't have any more of those out. That should work.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, so we'll do that. We'll put that on there next. And then there's another pearly. All right, so now we need, these are great stopper beads. And I'm going to show you just exactly what I mean with that. Here's one of those beads. Here is one of those beads I made before. Let's see how good that fits up, or if that sinks down over that. No, that's going to be perfect. See, what we need is for something to fit that big hole up in there and kind of stop it from moving around. So one way you could do is when you make your beads, you can figure out what you're going to use for stopper bead, measure them, and make them so they work just perfectly. But of course, me, I'm just making a bunch of random stuff, so I didn't do that. So now I've got to search. Anyway, yeah, this is going to work. This is going to work nicely, as a matter of fact. And this is just some pretty, scrap paper that I took and wrapped. And once again, I will put that link to that video so that you can find it. Okay, I put that next. Then I put another one of these guys on there.
Nope, first you need your little rhinestone bead.
Yeah. Yeah, if I repeat that, I could. I have enough. Okay, so we'll put that over here. It might make it stick up too much because I don't have quite as much room on that end. So what would I do instead? Let's look and see. Probably I would do just maybe a regular, whoops. Now one of these might work. Let's see how this goes. These are my private stash. Okay.
She's into the good stuff
I'll make
now.
that work, yeah. There's not that much left of it, though, because I've used it. Like I say, I use a ton of bling. Like this kind of stuff, the little rondelles and stuff. So anyway, I'm just going to take, whoops, this doesn't go there. I'm just going to take, and I'm going to put one of my little snail pearl thingies in there, and I'm going to push it up as best I can. I want it good and tight to that. I'm going to put this guy in there, and then let's see, what else did I do? Okay, I'm going to need to put another pearl to make this work. So, you play with it, guys. It's going to be different on everything, depending on, your look, how long you want it to be, how big your paper beads are, blah, 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 all that. It's
Yeah,
kind
and it's kind of fun that you don't have to make the two ends the
You know
same.
what? I love sitting and doing this, honestly. I could sit and do this all day long. So now I'm going to get that bent up as close as I can because I want to get that tight to it. Okay, so it's not rolling around and stuff. And then once again, I'll just pull that over. And there is not enough here for me to make a wrap loop again, but that doesn't matter in this case. So we're not going to worry about that. Okay, I'm going to clip that close. Sorry, Diane, if that hit you.
Nope.
Didn't mean for it to. Okay, so now I'm going to pull this back and get this looped. And now the next thing you have to do when you're done, putting these together is you got to go back and make sure they didn't go all cattywampus and crooked and, all that. This one's going to be good enough. I can fix this up later. This is going to be fine. Okay, so now, to make the end here, I'm just going to show you real quick. I used one of these Milner's roses that I have. Aren't those lovely? Isn't she lovely? I like that song. Anyway, I'm going to clip this off here real close up the end. And then it's got these little stamens in the middle of it. I'm going to pull them out. Come on, you guys. Get out of there. All right. Good. Now, I have my little pokey tool that I love. I don't know how you can live without it. I can't. If you
Oh, I
need
have to have one of those.
Yeah. I mean, it's so good for so many things. If you don't have one, we have them at the site, and they're not expensive. They'll be in the tool section. Okay, so I'm just kind of reaming that out just a little bit so that I can get through that really easy. And then, as you see, I have got a great big sparkly bead in there. One of those acrylic, what they call them, Shambhala beads or something. Another pearl, that's all. And I've got some on the top of here. And that's just like a stompers and decorative type things, And I could go ahead and show you how to do that, but I don't want this to take all day and all night because I know you guys got other things to do. But I am going to show you how to do this tassel real quick, and then we're going to get up to the top. Because what you really want to do, I know, is put these on. Alrighty, so here's how I did that. Find yourself some delicate chain that you like. You see, I didn't put my measurements down, of course, when I was working this one, so I'm going to have to guess. Okay, now I won't guess because I'm going to measure it and tell you. About 2 inches, okay? So you're going to want like 2 of those, and I have to look in here carefully. I want to leave this delicate little loop, but I don't need this one. I got to get rid of it. Bingo. All right. You got to be careful when you do that, too, because you can easily break that delicate loop.
Here, let's hold that up so they can see what you left on the end.
Okay, so it's not that particular color pink, but we have a lighter pink of those.
And that's
type of
fine,
roses
too.
on
I
the
got to
site.
cut this one off because it doesn't belong on there. Thanks
So you
for-
just want to leave 2 ends with loops.
You need loops on the ends. And I didn't see that, so I'm glad Diane said something. Okay, so now I need another piece like this. So I've got another one of those funky little pearls or beads or whatever that has to come off. So just be really super, super careful. Because if you lose that delicate bead, then you got to go, like, keep going up the chain, wasting things as you go. All right, so I believe right around here, I'll be taking this off. All right, thank you for acting up. Or not acting up. All right.
Zoom on that real quick. There you can see there's 2 loops, one on each
What
end.
we're going to do is we're going to do 5 pieces.
Okay.
I'm doing 5 pieces. So my next pieces are going to be, I just happen to have a little bit of this stuff. See, that's that beautiful chain. And I just happen to have a little bit of this stuff left in me stash. So we're going to use some of that. Let's see. I got to get a loop. There's one here, but there isn't here, so I'm going to have to get rid of that and use the loop on the end of the little Chanel. And we do have these Chanels sometimes at the site. I know at Etsy right now, we have them in lucite / acrylic, and they're vintage, and you get a whole bunch for not very much money. And I honestly do not know why they're sitting there still, because they're such a screaming deal. But they are, so that means you can go get some for yourself. And there'll be some maybe because nobody else saw them. Ha ha ha. Okay, I'm going up here and I'm going to take this piece off too. I hate to lose those on the Chanel pieces, but Chanel's, those are the little round These are glass, as a matter of fact. And they call them that because evidently Coco Chanel used this type of thing in her work a lot. Some people call them channels because also it's the way the bezel's made. But I don't know, I've always known them as Chanel, so that's what I'm calling them. You call them whatever you want. Alrighty, so I need another one. And it doesn't really have to match perfect. It really doesn't. Just need, and I like these a little bit longer than the other ones, so I maybe went 2.5 inches or something like that. Okay, so here's where I can cut this right here and take that connector rhinestone off. Watch your fingers, Brenda. Very gently. Alrighty. So now, let's see. Do I have my loop? Yes, I do. That loop is imperative. We've got to have that. I kind of hated to go back to do this because I've made so many videos about making tassels, and this is all basic. It's all basically the same thing. But I haven't made one for a while. And I just kind of thought it'd probably be an important thing to go ahead and do it. So that's why I'm taking the time to do that. Okay, so here we go. We got another one. I need one left, and it's going to be this. I hear a bad kitty. And her name is Millie. She got in here. Yeah, she says, yeah, I did. What are you going to do about it? Wouldn't you like to know? Throw you out, bad girl.
She's mad the TV's not on.
You mad the TV's not? Oh, yeah, she likes to watch TV. You guys have cats like that or dogs that like to watch TV? She's a TV hound. First, it was cat TV. You know, watching little birds and squirrels and fishies and all that. Actually, she didn't respond to the fishies that much because she doesn't know what a fish is. She can't smell them. But anyway, because we don't have an aquarium or anything.
Years and years ago, we had a cat who liked to watch NASCAR races.
Yeah, well, she would probably watch that now.
Watching those cars go round and
She
around in a
will
circle.
absolutely watch anything. She'll
And
watch.
baseball.
She'll watch. Yeah, anywhere where things are moving. She'll watch music videos with me a lot. She watches those, and oh goodness, she watches just about anything for a while. But when it's the cat TV, she'll be on there for sometimes an hour, hour and a half, just looking. Like, don't you wish, cat? Okay, so now I've got 5 pieces. So basically the whole idea is I'm going to want to put them like this. I'll put this silver one in the middle, and they are not all the same length. You make them however you like them, but I will not do them more than 2.5 inches or thereabouts. Okay, so this one's even going to be a little bit long. That's okay. We like that sense of randomness, at least I do. Okay.
I think it hangs nicer when they're a little off from each other. It gives a little more interest.
Yeah, I like a little bit of randomness going on, actually. Okay, so this is the way I want to hook them up. Now, all I need to make this happen is I need a nice little, this is, I think, a 6mm, 18 gauge junk, gold plated, which we usually always have them at the site. Whoops, where's my little, I need this. I can't live without the jumpy tool. If you don't have one, oh baby, get one. You'll be glad you did. We do carry them, but they're not hard to find just about anywhere you go. Okay, so I'm going to put this guy on first. Come here, you. Stop fighting. Okay. All right, so put the next one right next to it. So if you've never made a little chain tassel, a little flippy little chain tassel before, now you're going to know. Come on, my hands are shaking, of course. Too much coffee. Did you see my coffee house video? That was like the last one we did. We did that one live in my kitchen. And Jordan played the guitar the whole time.
Yeah, you got to check it out.
Yeah, everybody loved it. We had a really good time. It was like a party. Okay, so now I'm going to put this guy on.
And the great thing about making a tassel this way is if you want, say you wanted 20 pieces of chain, you just need a bigger jump ring.
Yeah. Yeah. And also another thing is, remember, once you know how to do this, you can make like amazing dangle earrings. Right?
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, why not? Why not? Ooh, I might have to have one. Might have to have some. Okay, so this part will go right here. When you thread your... I feel like I want to stop and do it for you, but we're just going to get too long. So basically, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do this and give you a sense of it. I like to show you everything. I'll stay on here 2 hours, really, but, sometimes people go away. I need to move right along. So I'm going to go down again about 3/4 of an inch or so, and then come across. And that one, I could probably wrap, but I'm not going to. So I'm just going to get right in here. Right.
Here, let's zoom in for that.
Right in here. And this is going to make a perfect loop for you without wrapping. I prefer wrapped loops, period, the end. But
And then you just close
so
it up.
long as you make them nicely and not wonky, that doesn't matter, So now I've got my nice loop. Okay, so now I'm going to pick this up and hope everything didn't fall off. Okay, it's not going to. All right, if it does, you just pick it up and put it on again. Not the end of the world. Okay. So I'm trying to look really good and make sure that I've got this good and flush. Okay, so I've got that through there. I'd probably straighten that up a little bit later, but anyway, here's the dealio. This is how that went. So I put that big bead up there, which I really...
Pearl first.
Yeah, but this is here. This
Yeah.
is a big bead, and I don't... You know what? I'll just use this one for now. So I'm going to put this pearly, and I'll put this pearly. See, if you put too small of a bead up in there, you might end up having to add another one to make it come out in the right place. Yeah, see, that's just like devoured. So I'm going to need one more. Come on, you. So I'll just thread this back on here. See, that comes, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So that'll come out now. And then I have like a shrag rondelle on that one, but I'm not going to do that. Just, for the time, I'm just going to put like this for now. And then I would just loop that. I'll just go ahead and do it. What the hey, right? I can always take it apart if I don't like it. Alrighty. And I would probably put a little bead cap on there too. I don't have one right close by me, but that's what I would probably do. Oh, yes, I do. I'm lying. Look at that. What a liar she is. See, it's right here.
Liar, pants on fire.
Yeah, liar, pants on fire. So anyways, these are on the website too, and they look like this. And if you don't have any, all I can say to you, they will fill so many purposes. You will never regret that you've got these little flowers. They can be caps upside down. They can be this way. I use them in mosaic and assemblage a whole lot. So get yourself some. They're not even expensive at all. Pull this up tight. Yeah, that'll do it. Tight. And then pull this around, round and around and around she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. Okay, so I got it like that. So now, because I have a nice long tail, I might loop it a little bit. Just because I like that, but you don't have to. So I just take that tail and just pull it around nice and tight. I always end up with wonky loops no matter what I do. I don't know why I even try, but I try. Okay, that's going to be enough for now. Where's my... There we go. And so I'm going to get down in there as closely as I can, and then I'm going to get up. See, that's wonky. All right, so I don't want to make it worse, so I'm just trying to tuck my end in. Okay, that's good enough for now. So anyway, there you go. There you go. So I got this and this together. Now, there's all these holes on the ends, right? What am I going to do with that? Well, you're going to do whatever you want. You can leave them like that. On this one, I took little pearls. I took some of the pearls in that little round thing. Where is it now? Here it is. I took some off of this. They're all on wire. I took some off of that and just hung them from it and stuff. And some other ones, I think they're left over from a project I finished the other day. So that's going to make a whole bunch of these fall off, but we need them, so. And it didn't. All right, I'm going to have to get in there and find it. Come on. I don't want to ruin any of them, but I want to get the wire. Here it is. Here it is. All righty. Now we got a cascade going on. All right, so now we have all we need for a long time. All righty, so now I'm going to show you how to do the top part, because that's why you're here, right? Yep, I think so. Anyhow, so once again, I just need a long piece, 4 inches of 20 gauge gold plated wire, or whatever color you're working with, doesn't matter, and or a head pin, and clip that off. All All right, now we're going to loop it. So far, so good, huh, guys?
Mm-hmm.
We may get a whole one made. That would be amazing. I didn't think that would happen. All right, so I'm just going to make a simple loop. Go up in here and cut it. All right, straighten it out. Okay, so now we're going to make the crucial top. So to do that, I'm going to go over here and get one of those little beads I just told you about that are so wonderful and that you need in your stash. I believe you do.
The little flower bead cap.
And then I'm going to put one of these guys on here. They have big holes. So, but it looks like that'll seat down in there too good. Now, I used a wrap. Here they are. They're so cool. They are wrapped wire. All those tiny little, see, look at that. All those tiny little wraps. And then they coiled the whole thing and made a bead out of it. How cool is that? I think that's pretty cool. All right, so the next step we've got is we're going to put these, and this is going to be so easy. Probably some of you already know, but you need about 5 for your first layer. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to string 5 of these little boogers on there. Once again, these are the Japanese MOD Cultura pearls, which means that they are an acrylic base. They are not glass, but they look like it. And they have the same coating that a glass bead would have. Okay, so do you see how that went around there?
Let me tip it a little bit.
Tip it a little bit.
There you go.
And we do have them.
We do?
Yeah.
So you see how they go around, 5 around like
They
that.
just lay around the
that's all
pin.
they do. They kind of fall in place. Now I'm going to do one more layer because I kind of like the look of the 2 layers on here. So I'm going to do that. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's about perfect. See that? So now we just have to find which one of these is the best size for our thing. This might be the best we can do for now. Yeah, that'll work. Now this one doesn't have like a little rosebud or anything, but that's easily taken care of. You just take a piece of trim, flower trim, cut a piece off, and hot glue it on there, and you're done. That's all it is to it. Okay, so now what else did I do in here? It's so nice to be able to go back and look, right? So now, this is kind of broad, so I think I'll put a stopper. It's a pretty good size hole. Let me take that so you can see. Pretty good size hole. So I want to put this down in here like a stopper bead. Fit that down in there so it will not rock and roll all around the universe. Okay, so now what did we do on that? Well, I had a shrag. I'm not sure I really want to do a shrag here, but I'm going to try. See if that works out. Yeah, it'll work. Oh, unless it goes crooked. It might. Well, let's try the other end and see. If not, I will go to something else. All right, yeah, this will work once I get the other one on. Get it good and tight. I'm just going to put one more of these little pearly beads. Oops.
But it's cool to see how easy it is to make that pearl cluster.
It is.
You just string them on
There's nothing to it. I had so many people say, yeah, but I just
string them on the pin.
And you know, you can do that when you make earrings. Like, say you got a little, a really pretty, like, bead on the end and you want to do some kind of fluff around the top, just string on some of these little pearls. You know, if you don't have the ones I have, you can put them on wrap loops yourself. It's easily done. Okay, so I'm going to pull this up real tight.
That's the secret.
Yeah, get them tight so they don't wonk all around. Wonk, wobble, whatever. Same thing. And now I'm wrapping that over. See, that's good. And I'll have to do a simple loop here because I don't have enough. So if you want to be sure that you have enough that you can do a wrap loop, then you probably want to use your 20 gauge wire. Get in there tight. So if I cut it up too far here, then it's going to not work. So, okay. All right. So I'll just pull this back. And then, you know, you don't have to worry about, oh, is it going to fit or whatever, you know, just because you just cut it off. Just cut a longer piece of wire. Same thing. And I just happen to have these. Okay, I got it.
Perfect.
Yeah, baby, I got it. Okay, so now all I got to do is one last thing. Can you believe it? Oh, that's the wrong one. It's this one. One last thing got to do. It's got to hook it together. That's it. So you guys, it's a lot like what I've always called working a neckline. And I haven't made a video like that for a long time, but if you go back several years, you'll find lots of them. Lots. It's the same thing as what I call working on a neckline. We just want something pretty and kind of eclectic and chunky to finish off your necklace. Now, I'm not real sure how I'm going to finish this off. I might have enough of this Chanel chain that I could use that the same way as I did on my other one. But I'm not sure I want to do that. I might want to save that for another, project or something.
Do a pearl chain would be
Yes,
pretty.
we do. I forgot about that. We have pearl chain.
Pearl chain would look
We
real
have-
pretty with that.
Usually always have pearl chain. So I'm just hooking it up, guys. That's it. When all else fails, use 2 pliers. And I like to get it so flush that you can't tell where it ends. That could have been better, but it'll do. It'll do. All right, so let's see how this looks. Not bad. Not bad at all.
That's nice.
I would probably put the little pearly thingies here on the ends. Because I like that finish look. It kind of balances it out a little bit better for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably do that on the ends just to complete it. And I might go get a little piece of this trim. I've still got some in my basket from the class. We might have it on the site. I don't know if we still do. We did at one time. And I might cut a little piece and just hot glue that on there real quick. Oops. I always do that. Okay, so now
She's dangerous, this one.
I'm dangerous. I've got a little frayed place there, so I'm going to have to cut that off. These are not the ones I like to use for this, but don't worry. All right. All right. Anyway, but there I go. I've got my beautiful tassel. What a lovely gift this would make. And you really don't have a lot of money into it, believe it or not. These pearls are not expensive. The little acrylics are not expensive. Paper costs like next to nothing. This costs next to nothing. These are not terribly expensive. This chain, you're not using hardly any, so how much money are you going to get into that? Not a lot. I mean, you don't even have between these 2 pieces here half a foot. The only thing where you get into some money with this design, and you can substitute something else, you don't have to use it, are the shrags and the rhinestone beads. That's where you get a little money into it. Not bad though, but anyway, so here we go. We got 2 of them. And this one, what I liked about this one, I had one that had a little bit of writing on the side. I kind of like that look, but
Me too.
don't have to. This one's just, wrap bead. So like I say, I will leave in the comments underneath the video, I will leave a link directly to that video, which is, not that far back, to show you how I rolled and wrapped those beads, okay? And then all you got to do is put it together, baby. Just go through your stuff, pick through your stuff, see if what you got, if you can make it with what you got. If not, www.bsuboutiques.com. That's where you come. We have a lot of the stuff that nobody else thinks to get, because I love blingy, I love vintage style, I love unusual, I like pretty stuff. And that's what we have at our site. We have brass stampings in several color shades. We have bezels of all sorts. We have beautiful chain. We have goobers of beads, including the rhinestone bling. We just have so much stuff. You just have to come over. We have mixed media items too. So you just got to come over and see it. And
We have semi-precious too.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. And we got a bunch of semi-precious. I mean, I used to have a nice selection of it, and then I kind of let it go. And I said, no, that's a mistake. And so I bring it back, and we have all kinds of semi-precious. And we have the jaspers, we have the agates, we have moonstone, we have lapis lazuli, we've got labradorite, just all kinds of cool stuff. So come on over and look. Bring a cup of coffee and come look. You don't have to buy anything, right? Come and look. And then maybe someday you will buy something. I bet you will. And our customers love us because we love them back. So how about that? And these videos are free. Woo-hoo. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you make some. And we'll catch you next time.